What's up, everybody? Cody here with the Conspiracy Patriot Podcast. So I'm just doing an update here on old Jen Psaki, the White House press secretary. Old Joe Biden's queen here. She is wearing, in this photo here, she's wearing a hat with the hammer and sickle symbol, aka communist symbol. Jen Psaki, the White House press secretary, is a communist, which would make sense because she's a ginger and they have no souls. Just kidding, don't get offended. And she is the circle back queen. You know why she's circle back queen? Because she's unprepared, underqualified for this position to the extreme. Now let's watch.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with you. We can circle back with him. I'm happy to circle back with you. I can circle back. I will have to circle back on that one. That's an excellent question. Oh, such an important question. We will circle back with you, and we'll circle back with you. It's an interesting question, but we'll circle back. I'm happy to circle back, but I'll have to circle back with you on it. It's a good question, but we'll circle back with you on this today. We will certainly circle back with you more.
And you can even see in most of those clips, she is wearing the same attire, the same dress or communist dress, whatever you want to call it, which means in a matter of probably 15 minutes or 10 minutes for however long the press secretary goes on for, she has to circle back at least 3 times. Each day, she has to circle back on questions because they're not easy questions for her. Even though the media isn't pushing the Joe Biden presidency at all. They're not asking any hard questions like they did with Trump. And it's funny because she has to circle back because she doesn't even know. She has no idea. She's unprepared. And then if they even ask Joe Biden any questions, oh, come on, man. Come on. Give me a break. Like that. What? Like, at least Trump answered the questions. Yeah, he might have been, a bitch to him, but it's because of how corrupt and biased the media is. But with Joe Biden, they ask simple questions, and she can't even answer those. Okay? And now, here is, I don't know if I can,
Groups be used at vaccination centers when they get stood up across the country. Does the White House support that request?
I did ask our team about this. You or someone else may have asked about this the other day, and I think I have something on it here. One moment.
She knows damn well she doesn't have the answer because they don't care.
Thanks for your patience. Lots to say about COVID. No doubt about it.
That's her answer. Lots to say about COVID. No doubt about it. But I don't have anything for you, so I don't have anything to say. Sorry.
So, let's see. Let me talk to our team about it.
Let me talk to our team about it, and I'm just gonna have to circle back with you again. Because I'm the circle back queen. Yes, queen. So she, on her circle back question, she clearly doesn't talk to her team. They don't care. They know that they're not gonna circle back on it. And she wasn't, I'm assuming that she just expects when she said, oh, we'll circle back, that means shut the fuck up. Don't ask me that question again. And then, old Jen Psaki's a little upset about the circle back memes from conservatives.
And last thing I just want to do before we get to your questions, I often note I'm going to circle back. I hate to disappoint conservative Twitter, but I am going to circle back on a number of things, as we often do directly. But
No. Okay, yeah, you guys often do directly. Nobody else does that directly. They have the answers because they do their research. They do their due diligence to be the White House press secretary, where you're supposed to know these things, and you have to circle back on everything. That's why there's memes all about it. And guess what? If Kayleigh McEnany was exactly this way or just as bad, we would have given her just as much shit. But she was prepared as fuck. Okay?
Hurricane Maria.
Real quick, there were some reports that were saying she stopped saying circle back after we memed the heck out of her for saying circle back. Now it seems like she broke and was like, you know what? I'm going to have to circle back. What conservatives say, I'm going to have to circle back.
Funds, which was a question that was asked last week. The president has made clear the status of them, I should say.
Okay, what else you have to say? And then, this is how disrespectful this little motherfudger is.
Circle back.
Circle back.
Circle back. Circle back.
Listen, I'm telling you, what I saw today was insane. Check out this clip.
Asked whether the president has made a decision on keeping the scope of Space Force.
Wow, Space Force. It's the plane of today. It is an interesting question. I am happy to check with our Space Force point of contact. I'm not sure who that is. I will find.
Again, she doesn't care. Things that they don't care about are things they don't even want to tell their American people about, people actually want to know about. We're going to have to circle back. Space Force? That's Trump's thing. You know, that's Trump's thing. We don't do Space Force over here. She is just smack the shit out of her. How dare you disrespect Space Force, even though space isn't real. Even though space isn't real. And then this is how prepared she is. Even I went to high school. I didn't go to college because clearly I'm not indoctrinated, or else I wouldn't be making these videos. But I mean, I slept through most of the high school. I mean, I still did good. I did a lot better than a lot of people that tried really hard. But even I know that when you give speeches or you're the White House press secretary, you're not supposed to say but Jen Psaki.
And President Biden
and you can see she's wearing the same outfit, which means she said probably 50 times in one house press secretary conference, whatever, press, whatever it is. Yeah, because she's underqualified. Extremely underqualified. And what does Jen Psaki have to say? You know, the whole GameStop ordeal where so what most like hedge fund people and billionaires do is that they will get the media behind them, and they will tell the media, oh, say this stock is gonna skyrocket, or this stock is skyrocketing, which then gets the middle class people like me and you, whoever's watching this, to go and buy the stock because the media is telling you that it is skyrocketing. So you're like, oh, I want to hop on this. So then they have a bunch of middle class people, poor people, invest in this stock, and then the billionaires, after it's raised so high, they then sell out all their stocks, and then poor people are left with no more money. And that's what they did with GameStop, except they flipped it. Middle class people invested in all these stocks, and GameStop and other things, to become rich, just like the hedge fund people do, and they didn't like that. They don't like poor people making money. And this is what Jen Psaki had to say about it.
Is the White House concerned about the stock market activity we're seeing around GameStop, and now with some other stocks as well, including the subsidiary or whatever, the company that was Blockbuster? And have there been any conversations with the SEC about how to proceed?
Well, I'm also happy to repeat that we have the first female Treasury Secretary and a team that's surrounding her. And
that was not her answer. I'm happy to repeat that we have the first female Treasury. Nobody gives a flying bug. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that she's a woman. But she had to make sure you guys know that it's the first female. Nobody cares.
And often questions about market we'll send to them. But our team is, of course, our economic team, including Secretary Yellen and others, are monitoring the situation. It's a good reminder, though, that the stock market isn't the only measure of the health of our economy. It doesn't reflect how working and middle-class families are doing. As you all know from covering this, we're in the midst of a K-shaped recovery. America's workers are struggling to make ends meet, which is why the president has introduced this urgent package to get immediate relief to families. All right, I'm going to go.
It's the
What did her answer have to do? I think I just spit all over the place. Sorry, I'm getting all flustered. What did her answer have to do with GameStop? Nothing. Not anything. That's why President Joe Biden is gonna be signing a package to give relief, which he has not done. Had nothing to do with what they asked because she's unqualified, people. She has no idea what she's doing. But she just wants to remind you that we have the first female first female treasury, Janet Yellen. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Oh, and she is so bad that the White House press office screened reporters' questions to Jen Psaki because she has no idea. So they have to study up on these things. They got to get the questions beforehand and study up on them so they don't look as stupid as they have been. That's some transparency for you, people. Transparency at its finest. Unbelievable. She is so bad at her job, she has to get the questions beforehand. Just like they had to give Joe Biden the questions during the debates and all that stuff because they're so stupid they don't even know what they're talking about. Oh, and then old Janet Yellen here. This lovely looking woman. Janet Yellen received $810,000 in speaking fees from hedge fund embroiled in GameStop saga. And she's the one that her and her team's supposed to be overlooking. Fuck off. Somebody that receives almost $1 million in speaking fees from people she's going to be looking into. She ain't going to be looking into nobody for that. Trust me. And, I mean, just look at her. But she's the first female treasury we've ever had. All right, people. Deuces.